We've been talking a lot about ways we can all do more for our colleagues, for our communities, for the way we do our business. Now, doing more can mean a lot of different things. So here are just a few ways our V-Teamers are doing more and making a difference. We are doing more for our customers with 5G Home. Detroit is now Verizon's 6th city with 5G Home Internet. Residents in Metro Detroit can sign up for the service right now. And that means 5G is doing more for folks working from home, binge watching content, homeschooling their kids, or powering a smart home. Let's check in now with one of our 5G engineers in Motown.
Hi, I'm Abbas Council. My role is to support the 5G implementation in Michigan market. So I received the outdoor receiver, the indoor receiver, and the 5G router. The installation procedure it's easy, and there is a tutorial videos on the Verizon wireless website that can walk you through the installation process. I'm gonna show you the speed that I'm receiving with that 5G. Haven't seen 866.7 megabit per second. Hi Zaina.
Hi.
How you like the Verizon 5G internet service that we got?
Now with the 5G network, we can all do our online classes or our work from home with no trouble. So right now I'm on my online class and I can download things with ease without any problems. And when I'm on my phone gaming, the speed is much faster than before.
Big thanks to Abbas and all the teams bringing 5G home to Metro Detroit. We should also mention this month, customers in parts of Indianapolis and Los Angeles will have access to enhanced 5G home service. Doing more also means being open-minded when it matters most. Here's Katie with a special story we should all be proud of.
Over the past week, we've seen the V-Team come together to have important and difficult conversations around race, from systemic injustices to being able to bring your true and authentic self to work. We'll continue to have those conversations. Today, we wanted to share a story with you about acceptance and being open-minded in a world that needs more compassion, empathy, and kindness. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention that June is Pride Month. The original organizers chose this month to pay homage to the Stonewall Uprising in June 1969 in New York City, which helped spark the gay rights movement. It's become a month to celebrate inclusion and acceptance, though there is still much to be done, particularly when we think about acceptance of the Black LGBTQ community. While this year, Pride will be without many of the parades and celebrations we've come to associate with the month given the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, we still want to show our support and share stories of our own V-Team LGBTQ community, which has also been on a journey seeking equality and justice. Jess spoke with an employee who shared their coming out story and the support they received from their V-Team family. Take a look.
Thanks, Katie. You know, I've had the privilege of telling employee stories here at Verizon for nearly a decade, and Jeremy's story is one of the most courageous and inspiring ones I've ever had the honor of telling. Thank you, Jeremy, for stepping up and sharing this message of love and acceptance to the entire V-Team. This is Jeremy's story.
My name is Jeremy Washburn. I use they, them, their pronouns. I'm a solutions architect, and I am based in Hilliard, Ohio. I came to terms with my gender identity late in life. I was well into my 30s and I really didn't understand everything. It wasn't something that was on my radar. I leveraged Verizon's resources where you can go out and have meaningful conversations with professionals, therapists. As I started to work through my own identity, I became terrified. The struggle of your identity not completely matching up with what you're seeing it's a little bit torture. Somebody who identifies as transgender, it never leaves you. It's what you see when you look in the mirror. It's when you're asked to turn in your picture for your ID badge at work. When you need to put an avatar on LinkedIn, it's hard. It's not until we let those things go to say, hey, listen, you can't change who you are. You are who you are. Be the best person you can be, and let that be what people judge you by. In 2017, I had a conversation with my manager that I told him I was transgender. Ray is super fair, and just from knowing him is compassionate and an understanding person. I think the only thing that was preventing me from having that chat with Ray was me. every day can seem like a week. Every week can seem like a year as you're thinking through your head, how am I going to have this conversation? So much fear. Ray's been fantastic. He's been a real asset to my journey. He couldn't have been more supportive. In fact, he was more comfortable having that conversation, as I was saying, than I was. In 2018, there was an email that went out that Verizon was going to participate in the Stonewall Columbus Pride Festival. And I thought, this is something I'd like to go to. This is something that I think I should be a part of and I want to be a part of. But I was instantly thinking of all the reasons not to do it. And Ray came over. And said, are you going to go? You going to do that? You going to walk in the parade? I said, I don't know. I don't know if that's something, I don't know. I'm not sure. And he said, okay. Well, he said, if you don't have somebody to walk with you, I will. I knew then I had an ally. Not just a manager, but I had an ally. Coming out at Verizon has been easier than coming out in aspects of my own personal life. We have a credo, we follow the credo. It's the real deal. But yet diversity makes us better. And it's important for us as leaders, for us as managers, as individual contributors to uphold that part of the credo. So many things that I worried about, they were unjustified, and I gave them so much dominion over how I would respond to having those conversations, that I would delay conversations because I presumed acceptance would not be there for me. It's a long road, but sometimes we walk it alone, and we just don't have to. It's great to find friends that are in the community, ask them questions, ask them how they work through different scenarios. Just because their experience has been had, it doesn't mean that's going to be your experience. But I can tell you, have those conversations, think through some of those things, but don't let yourself stop you.
Jeremy, thank you so much for sharing your story. And if you'd like to share yours or show us how you're celebrating Pride this month, drop us a line at good@verizon.com and we'll share them with the V team. If you're interested in getting involved, check out Prism of Verizon, our employee resource group for the LGBTQ community and allies. And if you want to show your pride with one of these awesome t-shirts, we've got all of the details for you on the web on how you can get one for yourself. We encourage everyone to stand up, be heard, and be your authentic self.
Thank you, Katie. An incredible story about courage and hope. And in the spirit of voicing our authentic selves, our finance leader, Matt Ellis, hosted a powerful conversation about race, joined by Peter Urquhart, Jennifer Johnson, Joe Rouse, and Shane Sanders.
And I think it all starts with each one of us individually. I've had to look at myself and ask myself, are you speaking up?
The panelists shared some emotional and difficult stories.
In this conference, we went off-site. We didn't stay at the hotel. We were off-site to a restaurant. I was traveling with two other colleagues and maybe 15, 20 other investors. The first thing that comes out of the guy's mouth is, well, that's okay, but I want to see your card.
This raw and honest discussion brought truth and emotion front and center.
But those conversations aren't sugar-coated. They're raw conversations. We constantly remind them that they have to be aware in every situation. It doesn't matter if you're not doing anything. There's certain behavior that you have to exhibit. And pray that you walk away with your life.
Jen, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I have no words.
I know these things are difficult. We often hear we don't want to talk about race. I told you that's how I was always taught not to talk about these things in the workplace. But I think we've had to kind of turn that tide.
You can find the full replay and other useful resources to continue these meaningful conversations in our toolkit on VZ Web and Inside Verizon. Finally, Verizon Media, along with our Bold team, invite you to join a live discussion with educator, author, and motivational leader Dr. Eric Thomas, all about how you can commit to the solution. It's happening this afternoon at 3 Eastern. Details on the web. We hope this is just the beginning when it comes to all of us finding ways to do more. Until next time, you're up to speed.